Hello, welcome to another exciting edition of Omnibros Live on a Thursday night. It's your boy Gio here from Manga Geekdom, and I'm joined by the always inspiring and motivational food talker himself, Jim Joe Babalu from the Comic Salad Podcast. How you doing, Jim Joe?
Good. I'm doing good now that comic salad is actually a thing. I'm upset that you'll probably never be able to join since it's like in the middle of the day on Tuesdays.
Right. I can't, but I do tune in to make the thumbnail while you guys are live. So
I think you would have fun on there though, since we do mostly talk. It's so weird that we've made a successful transition into talking about food, but even though we like to talk about food, of course, we still talk about comics and books that you can get at the sponsor of this show, Instocktrades.com.
oh my God, look at you with the amazing transitions. Instocktrades is your one-stop shop for all things collected editions. You get your Omni, straight paperback, hardcovers, manga, and more for great discounted prices. You get free shipping in the US at orders that start at $50. And there's a loyalty discount, which adds an extra 2% off to your book orders if you make them on a weekly basis. Great packaging, wonderful customer service are two of many great things that you can find at Instocktrades.com, our lovely sponsor. Let's go to the website real quick and show everyone what's happening over there. We do have a manga deal of the week. So if you're not looking into getting the Die Dark Omnibus editions, get Volume 9 at 43% off. That's a great deal if you ask me. And of course, you got other books like Batman, Fantastic Four, Hornsby, and Halo, and you got a Hulk epic as well. You got new releases. I'm happy to report that my Art of Shantae book is still there, so don't buy it. Let me get it first. I don't want it to sell out until I can grab it, but it's still in here. That's awesome. Look at Old Boy climbing all the way to the top seller list. That's awesome. The second deluxe edition. And there's a bunch of sales happening right now. A lot, actually. Clearances, damages, red tags. There's the 24-hour flash sale. There is a spotlight sale on slip cases, a creator spotlight on Naoki Urasawa, an overstock sale on manga. We're going to check that out in a minute. A creator spotlight on Ed Brubaker, a spotlight sale on Star Wars, and a DC Young Readers sale. Let's click on the flash sale. You can get the Expanse Dragon Tooth Deluxe Edition for 60% off. That's pretty neat. And if we click on the overstock sale for manga, they got some fun things. You got some Blue Lock, some Blue Period, Boys Abyss, okay, Dragon Head, which recently came out, but it is sold out over there, so that's fun. There's Cat's Eye at 35% off. City Hunter as well. Creature Girls, Hands-On Field Journal, a bunch of other cool stuff. Duranki at 40% off. You got Fool Night, some Gantz Omnibus volumes. Gantz for the other people out there. Initial D, sorry. I'm trying to combine Meisani Koku with Message to Adolf. I was trying to say both at the same time. Meisani Koku. You got things like Message to Adolf, Mysterious Disappearances, which is one of my ongoing favorites at the moment, My Dress Up Darling, so on and so forth. And look, even Otaku Vampires Love Bite. So really, there's a bunch for everyone to check out. So you can do that by visiting Instocktrades.com. Lovely sponsor. Shout out. Whew. Thank you, chatters. Apologies for the live viewers. We started late. We were talking some interesting gossip offline that we can't talk about on air, but it was quite juicy. It was a juicer. So now we're live. So thank you, everybody, for waiting on us. Best Mod Kane in the house. I've caught the Comic Salad replay, and it's entertaining. It was nice to see Lou join the show this week.
Yeah, Lou got to join. He's feeling better enough, at least this week. I don't know about future, to come in and join the show. And the funny part, I said this on the show, he didn't realize that it was a food show that we were doing.
Oh,
so like it was like the way that it felt to me in my head was like we were about to like run out, like just jump out on stage for something, or like we're buckling up to go on a ride, and he's like, all right, this is what he said. He was like, I've read a few things recently, so I'm ready to talk about. So, and I was like,
Nah.
oh, buddy, this is a food show now. And he's like, wait, what? And I was like, get ready to talk food.
Which, I've been so busy this week. I haven't tuned in. Sometimes when you guys are streaming, I watch for a minute just to get a feel of what's happening so that I can create the thumbnail and then continue working.
Yeah.
And I saw that Omnidog had created the StreamYard link much earlier than normal. So I took a look at the title and I'm like, oh, I can have some fun with that. And in the thumbnail, I like the little gimmick that I do of putting the everyone's avatar profile pictures or whatever on YouTube with their own with personalities, like they've come alive and they do stuff in the thumbnail. So you're talking to the mic saying it's the Comic Salad Podcast, and then I put Lou there with a travel bag because he's just coming back. He arrived and he's got a big old question mark, and I'm like, I think that's going to be the vibe. So it matches a little bit with the story that you just told.
Yeah,
so that was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It's also really funny considering one of the worst received shows ever was the Pop-Tart episode, and now I have completely like this is something that I've wanted to do for years.
Omnibros revisionist history. Love it.
I'm going back and I'm making it happen. Like we're making fetch happen, basically.
Yeah.
And we talk a lot about Pop-Tart specifically. We do, talk comics and whatnot, and talk about movies and anything that comes up, but like half or more of the show winds up just being scrolling through all the new food news that's shared in the Discord. So it's always fun. Thank you. I will say I did not do that. I didn't plan it. It was like
those are the best moments, improvised.
As I got towards the end of saying something about the food show, I was like, I should say,
wait a minute, I can connect 2 and 2 together.
As we shouldn't waste too much time. Should you pull the trigger? It depends on how good the cart is, but usually the answer is if you have paid your bills and you have no extenuating expenses until next payday, and you have an extra $420, then I will say yes, IST responsibly.
Yes, let's do that. Pull that trigger, son. Let's go. If it ain't gonna hurt you, go for it and buy everything. That's what I would say. Rachel, thank you for joining as always. Thank you. Hi everybody. Thank you so much. There's a new feature here on StreamYard that if I click on one of the comments and then I unclick it, it fades to like gray. So that means I already clicked on it. That is fantastic. That is very helpful to someone like Jess that has a billion people talking at the same time when he's on. So everybody let him know that there's that feature's now there. So he's not going to get lost in the chat comments or something. So that's cool. Shout out to StreamYard, my favorite website. Being sarcastic. Good enough for me. Let's go. Hell yeah, baby. Spend responsibly. Nice. Here's my Discord link if you guys want to join.
I think that we've all been there at some point where we've spent irresponsibly, and so we all know what happens later, and it definitely sucks when you get hit with your credit card bills and all that stuff, and it's not fun. So go responsibly. And I admit, like, in trying to repurchase some of the things that were stolen from me, I've used the like pay in four type options,
Mhm.
some stuff, but I'm always really like responsible about it where I'm like, well, this is like multiple big books, and I'm trying to get all of these because they all are older and might go out of stock.
Right.
And then I, pay those off, and then I'll do another one. That's also how I've been buying all my shelves from IKEA is paying for. So this economy, man, this
Um, speaking of, oh shoot, I had a link open and I closed it. Damn it! Hold on, we're off to a great start. What the hell? Never mind. You were mentioning the purchases, and I wanted to say, what the hell was it? Oh, Don was on sale the other day. The limited edition Blu-ray.
Mhm.
I already collect the manga, so I'm trying to not do that thing because I used to do that a lot. I would get the manga and I would also like get the anime because I really like the anime adaptation. I want to own both physical media, blah blah blah. But for Don, I'm like, you know what? It's on Netflix. Netflix does for the anime. They don't go crazy and remove stuff compared to the live action stuff. So I'm like, it's there, and I already have the original source, which is the manga. But the first season was on sale for like $24. I'm like, you can't say no to that because I really enjoyed season one. So that was an irresponsible purchase, but I'm glad it was only $24. It was pretty cheap.
If the most irresponsible thing you're doing is $24, then you're doing pretty.
At the moment, there were some other things. Like, for example, it's a bad thing for some, but it's a good thing, I guess, for me because of Ami going all crazy with their price changes. They're hiking up shipping costs and doing everything because of world economy issues and blah, blah, blah. Now they removed all the shipping options that were available to me and they only put DHL, some other stuff that I don't know what the hell it is, and a new service that they're doing. But it says this takes up to from like 4 weeks to like 7 weeks or something. I'm like, no, hell no, I'm not doing that. Then there's another option where I read the reviews, and apparently people packages would arrive destroyed. It's a horrible shipping method. And DHL, while it is available over here, it doesn't work for my address and they don't transfer their stuff to the post office. So I
Oh,
can't use it. I'm like, you a-holes. So I've had to email multiple times saying, cancel this, cancel that. And I always say, because they ask like a little blurb, like, why are you canceling? I'm like, because you decided to change the shipping methods. I have to cancel. Apologies if it's inconvenient, but thank you for whatever. So I've been saving money because of that. Stupid Ami.
I haven't been buying as many like figures and statues.
I let go of some stuff. I'm like, damn it.
I used to be a lot more tempted to because when I was still buying stuff off of Crunchyroll,
Right.
everything would be there. So I would put stuff in my wish list or in my cart or whatever. And then whenever I'd have like a smaller week or something really exciting, like when the Red Eyes Black Dragon, I couldn't remember for a second, came out, I'm like, oh yeah, and then I grabbed that. But I haven't been doing that because I don't shop on Crunchyroll anymore because they fucking suck now. Like,
yeah, they keep going.
tried so hard to keep like to keep with them, and then their discount prices just went down the gutter, and there was just no reason to go with them anymore. Like, and then they're just not carrying as much stuff, which that's not good across the board, not just for the consumers, but for the publishers as well, because now there's a major retailer that's all of a sudden just stopped ordering. Uh, so, but the thing is, like, those people that were getting stuff from Crunchyroll are going to go elsewhere. So it's just a matter of figuring out either A, how long before Crunchy goes back to actually stocking everything, or B, which other retailer is going to be the big one that kind of fills in that vacuum, if you will.
Right.
So we'll see what happens, but that's gonna cause a little bit of a shakeup behind the scenes for the next several months, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's that's why I don't mess with Crunchyroll anymore, and I do all my purchases through IST or Libris or through private vendors.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Plus, before that, I had the whole issue where they started taxing me for books,
Yeah.
and book taxation is not a thing over here. So I had to go through multiple emails and them going like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure." Here's the link where the law where it says books are not being you're not applying taxes to them. So eventually they did believe me, and I'm like, "We're so sorry. We can't apply it to we can't refund you at the moment or something like that. But for future purposes or future purchases, sorry, you'll see that you won't get taxed. But feel free to place another order." I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." That was the last order I made, which was like a year and a half ago or something. So I left that ship a long time ago. Before we move on to topics related to manga, since we're talking about figures, I want to show the only two pre-orders that I still have on AmiAmi because friend of the show, hold on, friend of the show, Tim, is helping me out and is lending me his address. And he said it since day one. You can just use my address and I'll ship them to you. I'm like, oh, thank you. I didn't want to do it, but I don't want to lose these pre-orders. So I want to show you some AmiAmi links. It's just two. Wait, no, there's three figures. Damn it, there's already three. What the hell? One of them I really don't want to lose because it's like an original design creature thing for the website. It's not from any anime or manga. What the hell was it? Hold on, everybody. Bonk, thank you for joining. The anime of Yu-Gi-Oh told me if you combine Red Eyes with Time Wizard, it disintegrates into dust. I've never played, but I assume I'm probably nationally ranked with that info.
Yeah,
that sounds about right.
If you go to a competition and can stand the smell for at least 30 minutes and you tell one of the judges that information specifically, they will give you a medal.
Hell yeah. AmiAmi. Oh, EMS. I don't think I have. Or no, EMS. That's one of the ones they took off the list. I'll check it out again and read it to you guys. Let me log into my AmiAmi. Hold on. Account. I don't want to reveal. I want to spoil it. I want to show you guys, and all of you will be super excited and worried about my financial decisions. Now, modify existing orders. Yeah, I got 3 orders right now that I don't want to drop. This one is there we go. Found it. Hey, look at me. I'm not that dumb. Okay. Okay, look at that. You can't see it. Hold on. This one is I don't know what the hell it is, but I think this is extremely badass. I love this figure or whatever. It is a 1/6 figure. It's an original piece by Poi Art, and it's called The Creature Maid. I have no idea where they got the inspiration for this character, but I love the coloring and the fact that she has a heart on a platter, and it's all bloodied up, and she's like a angel demon type thing. I don't know, but it's cool, and I want it. There you go. Look at that. Can you see that? Probably not. There you go. There's some of the pictures there. So I do have this, and I believe it is the pre-orders are closed. So if I were to drop this, I would lose it. I wouldn't be able to pre-order again. So I do want to grab it. The other one is Sumariko Ogawa from A Serious Disappearances. Again, I am a fan of this manga, so hell yeah. And there's a new Dorohedoro figure of Nikaido in her Devil Awakening form. So I do want this figure. Kind of spicy a little bit, but that's okay.
It's nice to see the really overwhelmingly positive reaction that the anime is getting right now, because I've been a Dorohedoro truther for years.
Should I be showing this? I don't know. It's probably safe. Whatever. I don't care.
There's no nippies or anything, so I think you're fine.
What are they gonna do? It's just a butt. So these are my 3 things right now at the moment. We'll see what happens. I still got time. This one's in like August. This one's in December. So a lot could happen from now till the end of the year. And this one's coming out. I believe this one's in July or something. So we'll see. I might drop this one because out of the 3, I prefer these 2, just on the aesthetics and the way the feature the thing is sculpted compared to this one where it's much more basic. So we'll see. But definitely we'll be grabbing these 2 eventually. So there you go. And for those curious, let me make a fake purchase here of something. Hold on. Off stream. I don't want to dox myself.
Bro, just out of curiosity, I looked at Dorohedoro on the Crunchyroll store, and they literally only have available one item, and it's the pre-order for the anime vinyl.
Oh my god. I think they should just revert back to being a merch store for their own crap, and then somebody should make a new Blu-ray anime manga store. That's what I would want to happen.
Man, what in the hell?
Man, there's a C2 figure coming out. Oh my god, I don't need to look at this. I love Code Geass, and I would love to have Code Geass merch. Damn it. Okay, let's make a fake purchase here. If I were to pre-order right now from Ami, proceed to check out. Log in. Okay. Ship, whatever. I only get DHL 3 to 10 days, but again, they don't ship to my address. Surface Mail Premium, which generally takes 2 to 3 months delivery. And then there's a new thing called ECMS. No duties collected on delivery via air, generally 2 to 4 weeks delivery. But people have stated on like Reddit and stuff that the ECMS thing is bad or something. And I've seen like pictures of lots of boxes arriving damaged or whatever. So I don't want to risk it. I'm good. So what I do if I want like a figure or something, I will check the Bozo site or something until it shows up. A lot of the Banpresto, Mega House, Kotobukiya, all that stuff shows up there. So I just stalk the website until it shows up and grab it from there. Let me delete this from my cart. There we go. So yeah. James, sounds like to me, Geo now has extra money to buy the Zatanna by Paul Dini Omnibus. Instead of getting, for those that are keeping track and watch the Monday stream, I did not grab it because the majority of the Zatanna Omni I already own. I don't care about the extra one-shots that I don't have, whatever. So I didn't get it, and that's fine. Instead, I used that money to grab the Witch Hat Atelier Deluxe, Grimoire, hardcover, whatever the hell it's called, along with some other releases. So I'm really excited for that instead. And don't call me a fake fan, as people were doing on Monday. Figures are getting too expensive. They are. Yep. I'm limiting things to like the Ami stuff. That those are like premium figures. The majority of the things that I do have pre-ordered that I did not talk about until now are like cheap Ben Presto figures that are like $30, and I can get them on Amazon with free shipping. So I'm happy to do that. But for the big like 1/6, 1/7 scale stuff, yeah, those are pretty pricey. Haven't bought from Crunchyroll in a hot minute. I get almost all my manga from Mary Manga Co. Nice. I used to buy my Nendos from Crunchy, but I realized that buying them on AmiAmi saved you $20. Yeah, it's crazy. The difference is pretty wild. Same with BBTS. That's always an option, but they go really crazy with the shipping costs for no stupid reason. There was a figure that I wanted, and I don't remember. Somebody was telling me, "Oh, it's like $5 for shipping," and then when I did the thing, it was $23 for the shipping. I'm like, "Damn, dude, no, I'm not. I ain't doing that. Get out of here." Crunchyroll is now doing massive streaming discount to try and get people to sign back up for it. I'm burnt out on current anime, so I'm not subbing to anything anytime soon. But that's good. Good for them, I guess. Why on earth could they not refund you? Me? What did I say about the refund? Refund. Crunchyroll. I don't know. I have no idea. And the fact that afterwards they're like, we couldn't get the thing discounted, but for the next purchase, just let us know and we'll apply it. I'm like, just change your code for your site. It'd be easier that way. I guess they didn't want to do that. But look at them now, and look at us now. We're glowing, baby. Let's go. We're doing other purchases instead. Speaking of purchases, Jimjo, you got a haul. What you got?
Not a huge one this week.
I got 3 books I can show afterwards.
I got a little bit more than that. But so from Titan, we've got Unemployed Killers Support Group. This is a single volume. It might have come from France. I'm not 100% sure. But it is a single volume release from Titan. And it looks pretty decent. It looks like fun. I'm looking forward to it. It has some good reviews coming from some outlets. One of your favorite series. I got volume 13 of Boys Abyss. So this one,
I believed you for a second. I'm like, oh, which one? No, Boys Abyss. What the hell?
Volume 1 of Bug Ego. This one
hell
is
yeah.
Delayed. This and Kingdom Volume 6 were both delayed from that specific order. And so they just came in today, like after everything else that I had gotten in that order. And then Ashita no Joe hardcover 5. Nice thick boy right here. And another word book for the stack of word books that I don't know how to read. The Purple Smoke Distortion novel from JoJo.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that the letters were distorted, a little like blurred.
Yeah.
A little bit. Whoa, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's a little bit rough on the eyes because they have like it's like
makes me think I'm drunk. Okay.
Very light purple,
like
after image basically.
And the pages are colored. That's cool.
Yeah, it's got purple.
It's like you dropped the Grimace Shake on it.
It's almost the same color as the background we got.
Yeah.
And then underneath the hardcover is
whoa.
This. And it's the same trim size as like the JoJo's hardcovers themselves. So if you've been getting those and you get this one, it's going to match on the shelf. So that's something that I enjoy. The annoying part is that this matches and everything else matches except for the part 4 spinoff. What was it called? The Shining Diamonds Demonic Heartbreak. That series is the only JoJo thing that they've done in English since the original paperback printing of part 3 that does not have the same trim size aside from art books. Like, but everything else that Viz has done, I specify Viz because there is a Rohan graphic novel that was published in English, not by Viz. But
Right.
like, man, that one 3-volume series is the only thing that they needed to release in that trim size of hardcover. And then as far as comics go, this is not a replacement book. This is new to me, but it's not a brand new one. But I tried to order it before and it was out of stock, and so I had to wait and get it when it came back in stock, and that is Shade the Changing Man Volume 1. I'm glad that I didn't order this when it came out because it probably would have been stolen. So I saved myself from that, and I got this one alongside the second volume. I've been really wanting to add this to my collection for a while, ever since it first came out, but I just couldn't swing it at the time. But I grabbed it during their recent when they added a bunch of stuff to their clearance recently, just showing some of the I believe all of the cover art is Chris Bacalo.
Nice.
Showing some of that. This is classic early Vertigo material with the kind of reinvention of the character of Shade the Changing Man by writer Peter Milligan. Milligan being part of the British Invasion creators that came into American comics all around. So very excited about that volume, and that is my haul.
Beautiful.
As far as I've also been reading, and I've been reading some random things here and there. Like, I have a stack of other things that I read, but I wanted to focus on the main thing, and that's that I finally picked up Kingdom again after I've mentioned multiple times on the show that, like, I read volume 1 and then things started getting hectic and I could not continue. And so I've just had volumes piling up, and I knew that 6 was about to get here.
I think you froze for a minute.
Sorry, it's just me gushing about Shade. You can fill in the blanks as you want. But yeah, but so I got busy and I wound up having all the volumes stacked up, and I knew that 6 was coming in. So I was like, okay, I need to, since that's a monthly title, I need to get caught up soon before it gets worse. And so I read 2. I finished 2 earlier today, and this is volume 3. I'm about halfway through. And I will say that it does get better after volume 1. Volume 1 was pretty dull. It does get better after volume 1. It's still not something that I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, but it's enjoyable now. The first volume, I was like, man, this is rough. I was like, this has gotta get better. Otherwise, there's no reason that this would be as praised as it is. But it has become enjoyable. I'm not a massive fan of the art style still. It feels like I think Yasuhisa Hara, the creator, is very much your standard like shonen manga artist, but he's doing a seinen historical action series. So the style for me doesn't really mesh as well as I would want it to, and it feels like maybe he should lean a little bit more into zaniness. And for instance, like Golden Kamui is historical action, and the art style really matches that. And I think that Satoru Noda really leans into it very well and matches the energy. And he just doesn't do the same here. It would be really funny. I don't see it happening, but I see it being a series that I'm like happy to continue following, but still upset about the way that it's been treated. Because that's one of the things, like, a lot of people, whenever I say something about Kingdom, they think that I'm just trying to shit on it, and really I'm just shitting on Viz's treatment of the series. And reading more of it, I'm even more upset because it proves me to myself, it proves that I was right, in my opinion. It proves that I was right in saying it had been released in 2-in-1 or 3-in-1 volumes. Because with the first volume being so weak, you really need a good entry point, or you need something to start with that's a really good entry point that's really gripping. And I don't think that first volume was. And so there's a lot of people who are probably a lot smarter than me who read the first volume and decided not to continue with it. But me, I'm not smart. But actually, it's not about me being smart or not, because if I'm being honest, my rule is always give it 3 volumes. And if after 3 volumes it doesn't catch my attention enough, then it's gone. But the part where I'm not smart, you can quote me on this. The part where I'm not smart is that I've dedicated myself to collecting every Viz signature volume, so I would have to buy it anyway.
FOMO activated. Definitely should have been 3-in-1s. That's what I would have done, but what do I know?
I think maybe because I don't know what their situation is as far as like what the editors are working on outside of this, like what their workload is. But if they had someone who had the ability to take on that type of work, if you had a team that had the ability to take on the work of doing an entire 3-in-1 on a monthly basis, then they definitely should have done that. Otherwise, I would say do a 3-in-1 every other month, and it would still be a quicker release schedule than doing 1 volume every month, just slightly, but it would still be quicker. Or 2 volumes every month, which I don't know. It just depends. I don't know the team that works on it personally, so I can't judge their workload myself to say so.
Mm-hmm. Something I wanted to address real quick. Theo, which had already sold out. Do you know if when IST will restock it? Add it to your wish list. Yes. I have no idea. That's up to Kodansha. When they restock and send the thing to all the sellers to stock again.
Is it also sold out on?
You know what? If it's any comfort, sorry, keep going.
So like Amazon still has it. I don't know about Barnes and, but like if other retailers still have it, then usually that means that it's still going to be available at the distributor. So it may just be it may be a case that IST was getting a lot of for it. Well, because what they do, just to say like how the sausage is made, they're Instocktrades because they typically keep the listing open until it's out of stock at the distributor. So they oversell from what they have. But if it's something that is selling like way too many copies over what they have on hand, they will stop. They will cut the item and mark it as no longer available, so that they can basically wait for stock to come in and fill the orders that have already been placed, and then list the additional items for sale. Which, when that happens, that often means that this was an item that they did not expect to sell as much, so they did not order as many copies of it. And I don't want to toot my own horn, but I did make a post about it on Twitter that did get a good amount of attention. And so I might have pushed more people over to them than they were expecting. That's a possibility. I'm not saying it was me, but if it was, that I apologize. But it seems like it should still be available at the distributors. And this is also the type of book that, like, Kodansha, seeing if it does run out at the distributors, they're going to be alerted quickly that it's going out of stock, and they're going to have, I would be surprised if they haven't already ordered an additional printing of it. So it should be back within the next like couple months or something, 2 to 3, depending on how quickly they can get a turnaround.
Yeah. If it's any comfort, I placed my order pretty quickly, and mine did not get picked and scanned, so they ran out quick. So I'm not getting it at the moment, anytime soon.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like they under ordered, just probably based on sales of comparable books.
You know, I could probably, I remember I placed the order within the hour, so or maybe like 70 minutes after or something like that. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, eventually they'll get more and ship them out. Just it's a waiting game. Hang tight. You got this. What am I looking for? I have a haul. One of these books is not safe for work, but that's okay. We're all friends here. I'll show it. From Seven Seas, I picked up Yakuza Reincarnation, Volume 15. It's one of my favorite isekai. And I got 2 books from Yen Press. One of them is not safe for work, and that is, of course, Interspecies Reviewers, which all of you, if you've been watching for a long time, you know that I am a fan of the series. It's pretty funny and naughty. This is volume 11 of it. So I grabbed that. I can't show anything from inside, sorry. And then one of my most anticipated books of 2026. It made my list in the video that I made at the start of the year. That is You Can't Escape from Mizudaku-chan, Volume 1. Look at that. I love this cover. It's really cool. And it's all blue. Look at that. Reminds me of the Rairai books.
Still need to get that. I haven't gotten the yen books from the past week or two.
I bought this, and you can see over here. So she is a little crazy, and it's up to the main character to keep her in line. Otherwise, she'll destroy things and will try and eat people because she is a monster character. You can see some of the art here. I've not sat down to read Volume 1, but I will do so soonish. But yeah, let me show you the spines for all you freaks out there that like spines. That's okay. I like them too. Look at that. It's pretty cool. And I have one figure, which when you see this, you Jim Joe will understand. It'll be like, oh, so that's why that happened. I grabbed. Give me 1 second. Let me close something here. I grabbed the. Damn it! Sorry. Oh, okay. Never mind. So I grabbed for the Sonic figures that I collect from Jack Pacific.
Mm-hmm.
The Marvelous Queen for Fang, baby. So if you play Sonic, the old school Sonic games, I believe this vehicle showed up in one of the Game Gear games, I think. Sonic Triple Double Assist or whatever the hell it was. So Fang, he's a bounty hunter, and he has like this air vehicle thing, and it's called the Marvelous Queen. Fang is also Australian, by the way, if you were wondering. He's based off the I don't know the name of the mouse, the little mouse that has like giant ears and like kangaroo type feet. You know the one I'm talking about? He's based off that animal, but Fang, because his tooth is coming out of his mouth there, his smirk. So really happy to have this with the vehicle. It's super cool. Tends to fall back a little bit because it's a little bit too top heavy, but that's okay. So that's what I grabbed. And yeah. Added. Let's go. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. No, it probably won't. I'm always optimistic about that stuff. Secret Mind Twin, thank you for joining. Just came over for the women's hockey game. Let's go. Nice. Which book are we talking about? Witch Hat Atelier Grimoire Edition. That's Instocktrades is sold out at the moment. So there you go. Anything else you want to show or tell the peeps before I start spamming links here for news topics?
I don't think so. I mean that I had other stuff come in since the last show, but it's already shelved. so I'm not
You can
gonna
watch on in your. Stay tuned to Jin Joe's channel so you can see the hauls and stuff.
Yeah, the April haul
You posted one recently. Yeah.
shouldn't be too. I did the March haul recently. April should not be too far behind because I think I've gotten everything that I ordered in April has arrived.
There you go. The first news item, because you are a big One Piece fan, I wanted to get your reaction on the new anime adaptation of the One Piece. And they are doing the first 50 chapters will be adapted into the first 7 episodes. There's a little teaser, and you get the visual for it. What do you think of this?
That is pretty breakneck pacing. So I will hold my opinions until I actually see it. But this being something that was supposed to be like, oh, this is the most accurate adaptation of the manga. I'm worried that in reality it's going to be extremely sped up, just like the live action has been. So we'll see if I'm right or not. And either way, I think it'll be a fun adaptation, and it will be nice to revisit the series. But I didn't realize they were going to go at that quick of a pace. It's also funny to note that I read somewhere, I don't know if this is true or not, so maybe I'm repeating some mistakes. I read that they were only looking to focus on the early parts of the series that were not done in HD. And if that's the case, I find that really funny because it's the later parts of the series that struggle the most with pacing problems. Specifically, I think most people can agree that the Dressrosa arc is terribly paced. Some people would probably argue that I'm going to be maybe against the grain here, but that's not uncommon. I think some people would argue that what's it called? Wano is badly paced, but I actually, having caught up watching the anime somewhat recently and having already read the manga as it's come out, I thought Wano was actually really well done. Like, yeah, it's almost 200 episodes, but aside from a little bit of a slow start, the entirety of the arc never really felt like it was poorly paced. And every single episode, like, we were sitting there binging through like 15 episodes at a time because it was so just engaging. The way that it was paced, you were just constantly wanting to keep going with it. And or we were, at least. So that's my opinion on Wano. But I do think that Dressrosa needs to be addressed Rosa. They've already redone Fishman Island, so that's fine, but I really need them to go back and do something about Dressrosa, maybe about Punk Hazard as well. But I think that after that, it's kind of gotten back on track, in my opinion. Whole Cake Island, I love, so I don't have any problems with that either.
I do want to let people know, specifically James, that the episodes will be 43 minutes because it's exclusive to Netflix, so they can do the longer episodes.
So they are roughly double length, especially when you consider, like, I don't think the early One Piece episodes were this way, but like as you go on, there's so much recap at the beginning that the actual amount of episode sometimes was like 15 minutes.
Right.
Because we would like zoom through the recap and be like, all right, this is a real short one.
And they would adapt like one singular chapter. But I think it could be done, at least for this first arc that they're doing for East Blue. I want to show this link here. Hold on. Paste. This is from France, so I don't speak French. Apologies. But you can see some of the character designs for the One Piece, and it looks like One Piece. What can I say? It is Wit Studios. They're great, but I don't think it's going to deviate that much in the character designs from Toei. The better thing here is that Wit has they're known for their animation, so at least it'll be a lot smoother and fancier, flashier, whatever when they do the action scenes. But character art wise, I think it's the same thing. I don't know. You can see Luffy there, Jess's favorite character. Here's the other people here, the other Straw Hats. So yeah, I don't know.
Usopp has millions of people have said this, so I'm not original in saying this, but Usopp has lost all of his melanin at this point. Like that man needs to get out in the sun or something. It is crazy that they're like, oh, we're gonna do an accurate adaptation, and this man is whiter than he's ever been.
Right. And then over here, there's some more parts, some other art. I don't know.
I think Zoro is darker than Usopp here.
Some more art. Obviously, it's going to look fuller on screen, but I dig it.
I think I have an Usopp sticker somewhere around here. Let's try to pull up. Here we go. Shit, not you.
Oh damn! Yeah. Oh, let me find the.
This is fan art, to be fair, but
it's accurate with the skin color.
Like,
so
yeah, come on, man. What are you doing?
Is that it? I think that's it. So yeah, we'll tune in. It's supposed to premiere February of next year, so we still got to wait a little bit. In the meantime, just read the manga and enjoy it. I don't know. Let's move on to the actual main topic for the manga heads out there.
New books.
New books. New books. Manga publisher in the scene. Uncivilized Books. This is a little bit old. It was supposed to be talked about like a week ago, but we did preview, so whatever. But Uncivilized, the indie publisher, is doing a manga imprint, and it's called Mangalith. They're launching the imprint with one pretty big title. Yeah, highlighted here. This is from their press release on their website, their blog, uncivilizedbooks.com, if you want to check it out. Uncivilized Books is excited to announce a new manga imprint, Mangalith. We launched the imprint with Fire, the pioneering shoujo manga from legendary creator Hideko Mizuno. And Fire follows the meteoric rise and fall of Aaron Browning, a troubled and poor Ohio teenager in juvie. Aaron meets the magnetic delinquent Firewolf, a motorcycle riding rebel with an extraordinary musical talent. Their intense bond awakens a fiery passion for music in Aaron. You can see some of the art here for. I can't click on it. Okay, my bad. I can't click on it, but you can see some of the art of the manga. It will be soft cover, 896 pages. Comes out this October 14th for $49.99. It's already got the pre-order link right here. If I click on it, you can see it. So you are more in tune with this stuff than I am. Can you only buy from them, or are they going to be on other websites to purchase?
I want to assume that you'll be able to get these from regular sites. They do seem to be connected, and so I didn't look enough into it. I'm going to be completely honest with you, but they seem to be connected in some way with Living the Line, because they did talk about stuff with their smudge books, which are down there. So, given that, like for instance, IST does get the smudge books, they might get Fire as well, which I'm hoping they do, because that means that we'll get a really sweet discount on that book. Like 20 to 30% probably. And I'm excited about this one particularly because years ago, actually, at this point, Colleen told me that I needed to read this one because of delinquents. Because they know that I love my delinquents, and they're like,
Right, right.
this one. And it was like probably never gonna get it in available in English print, but yeah.
New publisher on the scene, and your first title is crazy as hell. Like, oh my god, love to see old shoujo getting licensed. It's pretty exciting. Also, I love this cover so much. So I'm a sucker for a good cover. I don't need to know too much about the book. I'm already sold. So yeah, I want to get it. So I'm excited for that.
Do they mention the trim size anywhere on that?
Yes, I think. No, hold on.
No.
ISBN, spec, soft cover, release date, and if I click on the pre-order link, blah, 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 description. Oh,
Let me see if it's on Amazon for 20% off right now. It says 6 by 8.5, which is it's not trade paperback size, I'll tell you that much. Hold on. Let me see if I can find something comparable so we can have a visual.
I love that it's an all-in-one. That's my jam, baby. I don't care if it's like a chunker. Give it to me. I'm ready.
So I mean, it's going to be roughly like signature size, which I think is what most people probably expected.
Cool.
Slightly different trim. I think slightly different or slightly wider. So a slightly wider trim than that, but so it's not going to be big. I'm wondering what the page quality will be. Because if it's like really nice page quality, it's going to be really thick.
Nice. When I saw this cover, knowing nothing about it, I thought, wait a minute, is this manga about? I didn't notice the guitar at first, but when I read the description and realized it's a music series with delinquents, I thought, is this America's Horse with No Name? Is this the manga adaptation of the song? No, but I would like to think it is, so I'm excited.
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
Take it as you want it.
So what a way to start. That's really cool. I'm really excited. I hope it works out. People should support it, get it, so they put out more fun stuff like this. I assume they're going to do more. Mangalith was founded in 2020. You can't read that. I am so sorry. I can't, but you can. There we go. Mangalith was founded in 2025 by Tom Kaczynski, I don't know, Tom, and Sean Michael Robinson from Living the Line. There you go.
There's the connection.
Mangalith combines Sean's Living the Line manga expertise from his award-winning Smudge series with Tom's experience running the indie comics boutique powerhouse. All right, settle down. Uncivilized Books to create Mangalith, a manga publishing imprint and design studio. The Mangalith production team is also behind Drawn and Quarterly's manga award-nominated Kamui series.
Okay, all right.
Man, these people are all over the place. Let's go.
You're in for something that's going to be
of quality.
Yeah, of high quality, and I would not worry about the page length being nearly 900 because these people know how to build a good quality volume.
I hope the page quality isn't like the newspaper. I don't know. Probably not. I hope not.
If it's like
if it is, it's okay.
For me, Legend of Kamui, it's not, but that's not always a bad thing, like newsprint, since these books are like originally put on newsprint paper. So taking it in a newsprint is kind of giving you a view of this closer to the original intention. I guess is the best way to say that.
I do want to point out the collection also includes a short comic on Pink Floyd, so we are getting bonus goods in this book. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Let's go, baby. So shout out. I hope it all works out for the best. More publishing. Cross Hearts announced a new title, or their first title. I don't know. Octopiece, which a lot of people are excited for. I have no idea what the hell this book is about, but I like the cover a lot, so I will probably check it out. Set on the remote island nation of Arkham, I don't know, where military might and faith stand as twin pillars of rule, this dark fantasy follows Yuzuki, a soldier consumed by a distorted sense of justice, and her fateful encounter with a wandering boy of unknown age who calls himself Furuoka. Together, they are drawn into a story that blurs the line between conviction and madness. That's cool. I like it. Do you know anything about this?
No, I'd never heard of it before they announced it, being honest.
So Cross Hearts. Cool. Okay. And then not out of nowhere, but still, for the sake of my joke here, out of nowhere, Tokyo Pop launched a new imprint, and it's the Tokyo Pop Kids. So I like this. I like that everybody's doing like fun side quests all of a sudden. Tokyo Pop announced on Tuesday that it's launching a children's publishing imprint at Tokyo Pop Kids. The imprint will publish its first titles in the fall of this year. The label will focus on publishing manga, graphic novels, picture books, chapter books, middle grade novels, Spanish language titles. Hey, for children 12 and under, the website's catalog lists the company's release of Alice in Kyoto Forest manga. The company announced on April, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. Sorry.
The rest of this article is so funny, like, because it's the announcement of their Tokyo Pop Kids line.
Yeah.
And then the latter half is like BT dubs. They're not making any fucking money anymore, guys. This is bad. This is really bad for them. Some accountant looked at their shit and said, I don't know how they're gonna stay afloat, but they got Kids Punk coming.
I think
who is that in? Okay, if you press on put the press release, if you click the source press release, does the press release also address this?
Was founded on a premise, blah, blah, blah. Tokyo Pop bringing manga to readers, the social links about Tokyo Pop. No, I don't see anything.
Hold on, go down to the bottom again. That part. Yeah, there's nothing about that in the press release. So like, why? Who wrote that article for ANN that like decided to
sorry, Anita. Hi.
Oh man, did she?
Anita, you got some beef with Tokyo Pop? Let us know.
Does
what's happening?
She probably has some serious beef because that just came out of nowhere, and I didn't see anyone talk about that. They just went straight to talking about this, like the thing, and I was like, why was that part of that article though? Like, who decided to do that?
If you look at the press release, it stops here up to 12 years old. That's it. And that is over here. So all this, I think they just needed to fill the quota of words to put in here. Okay. If I click on news, hold on. I wonder if they talked about the new titles. I posted them on my Discord, but I don't want to look through them. Shoot. And if you go to Tokyo Pop's website, their last news item is from March, and I hate when that happens. I'm like, I want to stay up to date. I don't want to go to this site. I want to go to your website, but it's not updated. Oh, you know what? Tokyo Pop what is it? No, hold on. Oh my god, I'm all over the place. Apologies. Here's the link. Twitter. There you go. No, not info on Twitter. Oh my god, I can't function tonight. Copy. Paste. There we go. This is from 2022. Oh my god. I can't log in because I don't have access to the Omnibros account. Oh my god. Okay.
What are you looking for?
The new titles that they revealed. You know what? I'll just go to my Discord.
I was going to say, you put all the info on Discord.
I know, but I don't want to open Discord, open the link, share the tab, blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
That's what I do to talk about food stuff.
I guess I could do that. You know what? I'll do that. Why not? In 1 second.
If they don't want to host news on their website in a way that would be helpful, then that's not on you.
Right. Let me put that over here. Let me share my screen window. No, window. Okay. Look at that. That's my my Discord. If you want to join, you can't read for shit, but okay. The first one is Mayfly Island. It says here this is by Evergreen Ye and Li Shang Chow. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Probably not. In the near future, when ecosystems on Earth are collapsing, the land is divided into city-states and small islands. People of all races live side by side in city-states. Their abilities to fly and fight are vital. Hell yeah. Animals and plants are crucial bargaining chips in negotiations. The only paradise, Mayfly Island, is considered to be a bad omen. In this age of apocalypse, how will people see the continuation of life? The other one is Westwood Vibrato by Inwan Yon. I don't know. Yes. There's a story behind every song and every instrument that plays them. Heartwarming drama unfolds at this musical instrument repair shop in South Africa. That's interesting. Oneida by Cap. Is this a manga? I posted it, but it doesn't look like a manga. It's Europe Comics. I don't know. I'm being judgy. Sorry. They announced Rose and Lies. I accidentally seduced the night I hate. It's a fun problem to have. By Takako Midori and Fumi Takamura. The description's long. Sorry. You're Mine, right? This is a Love Tokyopop release from Chiyoharu Asagi. And a light novel, Love Isn't Rosy, from Yu Nagita. And we got Let's Eat Together, Aki and Haru Seconds, Please. This is by Makoto Taji. We got I do not know. How do I pronounce this?
I don't know.
Heat whatever. Heat Eighth Remained. Sure. This is by Nitamoto. Sanayama Kazura, a girl who just wants to be loved, discovers that the girl she had been spending all of her money on to look her way has betrayed her. In the moment of despair, she is approached by Yoshibe Kinka, who asks if she would like to die with her. Whoa. Together, they head to the top of a high-rise apartment. Whoa, what the hell? Building and jump off of it. However, a story of two women at a crossroads in their lives facing the feelings they've kept inside their hearts. That's a whoa. Okay. I didn't read this beforehand, so apologies, chat. Specimen Raw Blue. That's a title. This is from Chikage. Ferris, a merchant, happens to come across a girl fainted in the middle of the desert. Taking in this mysterious girl called Ava, he brings her to the desert city of Aulof. As the girl wanders the streets with Ferris, Eva begins to open to the kind merchant. I ran away from my home. A story of regrets unraveled by shocking, chilling truths. Who is Ava, and what could she have possibly done to be on the run?
I don't know.
Right. So there you go. Hold on. Okay, I have a lot of windows open. Westwood sounds interesting to me as someone who played the clarinet in another life. Really? That's some new Kane lore. That's awesome. Kane, you would know. I think you would like to know that I used to play bass guitar and drums back in high school. But I can't play for shit. Don't ask me to play anything.
I used to play the alto saxophone.
Hey, look at that. We could all start a band together.
And then my saxophone, along with like two other guys that were alto saxes.
Yeah.
Our saxes got stolen.
Oh.
And it sucked because it was my aunt's saxophone that I borrowed from her instead of having to like rent one long term.
Oh my God.
And it was hers that she had since she was in like high school.
Wow. Damn, dude. And you never got it back? It just...
Nope.
That sucks. Did you tell your aunt?
Yeah, I mean, I think my mom had to tell her. It wasn't like my fault that it got stolen.
No, yeah.
Obviously. So like I don't know that she could get upset with me because it was like I remember telling my mom like someone stole my saxophone and she was like, Riley, that was your aunt's. Like she blah 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 blah. And I'm like, two other guys also had theirs stolen. It's not like I did anything bad. Like I didn't leave it out somewhere. Like it was in the band room. It was locked up. Everything was locked. Someone went in there and just joint 3 saxophones, probably other stuff that I didn't know about too. And I don't know. No one ever took responsibility for
that. Rachel used to play the flute. Nice. I was in band class and the school's like official band. I only went to those classes to learn to play the instrument. I didn't actually want to be part of the school's musical band, and the musical director got pissed at me and stopped. He got so salty that he stopped paying attention to me and just ordered me around in class like, hey, dude, can you help with the chair thing? I'm like, yeah, sure, okay, whatever. And he didn't grade me on anything. He just gave me like a passing grade, like, here you go, a 90, A minus every single time. He was so pissed off, but I'm like, I don't know. I just wanted to learn to play the instrument. I don't want to be a part of a band. I don't want to do the marching thing. But yeah. But man, I wish I would have retained that knowledge because I really enjoyed playing the bass guitar. Why were we talking about that? Oh, because of Kane and Westwood. There we go. Sorry. Mercedes, thank you for joining. BL has been keeping Tokyo Pop afloat. They license a lot of BL. Kind of all they've been licensing, they seem to sell pretty well.
I don't know how much like fact there is behind that statement about their stuff, their finances. I don't know. I also don't expect them to really acknowledge it because generally publishers are not sharing that type of information publicly. But it said like an independent person, independent accountant or whatever looked at it. What does that even mean? Like someone, to me, that means that someone who was not hired by Tokyo Pop was looking at what they do and was like, oh, by the numbers that I'm calculating here, they probably lost this much money. So until someone actually comes out and tells me that this is what's really going on, I'm not going to believe what that article said, because it really seems like someone.
Oh, frozen? You froze. You left me hanging. You froze when you said someone, and then it stopped.
Someone, I think probably what you missed was I said it seems like someone just wanted to create fire in the community.
Right. But then that sucks because Tokyopop is going to read it and they're going to be like, well, I'm not going to share info with you anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, that's another thing is like there's when news outlets, and I was about to say news outlets, but like ANN is a news outlet. When news outlets, and some are like individuals on like social medias sites that consider themselves news outlets, when they start making stuff up or like posting things that are based on rumor or based on their own idea of what connecting certain dots might mean, that's when those publishers are going to be like, we're not going to do anything with you anymore. So
Right.
And I know Tokyopop like is not shy about blacklisting people, and I would be not very surprised if they made that decision. Like, again, I don't know what happened. I don't know why they shared that right there in that article, but I would not be surprised if that was something that was unsolicited. If they were like, yeah, we're not sending stuff to ANN anymore. That's some, or maybe they contacted Lindsay or someone higher up at ANN, like, what was this about? And, get someone a finger wagging. Yeah, ANN is big.
What would a third party know enough about numbers if they aren't involved with the company and not all the number info is made available to find?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, that's why I would not believe behind it. There's no specifications.
Am
I good?
You froze for a minute. I didn't hear what you said.
Saying there was no source behind that statement. There was no legitimate, like, specific information telling like who did this and who did that. So to me, I would not like, that's poor reporting. That's really, really crappy journalism. And I would not listen to that at all. But they know that that's the type of thing that catches the attention. Like the smallest minute little things can turn into the biggest things if the right people catch it. So you have people who look at that and they're like, oh no. And of course, I'm going to go on this tangent also. The first thing that people were upset about is like, is we're going to lose all our manga if they go under again. And I'm like, what about all the people that work at the company that would be losing their jobs if that happened? Like, you don't give a shit about people. Like, that's the part that pissed me off the most, is like, it's a terribly written article with no actual sources or legitimate information, and then the people reacting to it, which is probably the entire point of it, are only caring about the manga that they're not going to be able to get anymore, and not about the fact that like an entire company filled with I don't know how many employees, as well as all of the freelancers who work on translating in their books and stuff, are all going to be out of work. And not exactly the economy that I would want to be searching for a job in right now. So I feel like people need to start having more of a humanitarian view on these things, instead of just thinking about how it impacts
the product.
Yeah, how the product being gone is going to impact you. It's really selfish.
Y'all remember when ANN posted that effed up terrible review of one of Nagatakabe's works? I think I remember that.
I feel like I do.
What happened?
Was it a review basically talking about like how her stuff is just
Anime News Network
really sad? about I think it was one where it was like, oh, why doesn't she just like get better at life or something? Like, wasn't that the point of it? They were like,
Oh wow.
instead of trying to better herself, she just writes books about her shitty life instead of trying to better herself. And it's like, what?
Oh my god. Whoa. Kavi is my age. That's interesting. I did not know that. We're besties now. Let's go. Friend of the show. Speaking of friends, let's go to Seven Seas. We missed 2 weeks worth of announcements. I'm not going to read them all or read the descriptions, just the titles, and make fun of some of these because the naughty books are pretty funny this time around. Share my screen again. Seven Seas Entertainment. Here's an audiobook that's pretty cool if you like audiobooks. Here's another audiobook if you like that. It's pretty cool. Here we go. Okay. This made the thumbnail last time, but I took it down for this episode. The villainous noble is way too fond of MILF heroines. This book is not for me, but I guarantee you this will sell extremely well.
Oh yeah,
for obvious reasons.
Ghost ship titles largely make money.
There you go. If all this funds some other cool shit that we get, go for it, baby. Buy all the Ghost ship books. I ain't gonna criticize. This comes out January 2027, Volume 1, from Kota Nozomi and Omine. Also coming out, I Will Fall in Love with Azami Yako If It Kills Me. This one comes out in March of next year from Unity Kong and I don't know how to say this. Tunonigao. I feel like I cursed somebody out saying that. Sorry. So shout out. My name is how do I say this? Miene?
I think it's Mien.
Mien. My name is Mien. Tales of a Blind Kitten. This is super cute, and look at this cover is adorable. I love it. By Central Du Guma. What is happening today with all these names? Comes out in March. It's a single volume. We have As Fish to Water, Where the Forest Meets the Sea. It's a BL book. Volume 1 comes out in February of next year. Shout out. And They Were Roommates. ... Exclamation point. This one's for mature readers. It's a BL book by Nika Kitabepu. There you go. Something like that. Sorry, Nika. This one comes out in January. Yeah. And then we go to this week, right?
Yeah.
This one's a Ghost ship title. Record of Chronos War. Apparently, I'm only the strongest in bed. This is by Ayumu Saito, the writer of the original novel, and the manga adaptation being done by Yumi Shirase, along with Masato Mutsumi. This one comes out in January. You can read the description there if you want.
That one apparently is, I saw someone comment this. I think it's 3 volumes and then there's a second part. So if that 3 volumes do well, we can probably see the sequel also get announced in like a year or something.
Nice. This I'm excited for. I'll come back to this. This is what I'm super hyped for. Host privileges, folks. The BL label the BL book here is The Horizon Will Soon Shine from Yuki Fumino, part of the BL label. Comes out in March 2027. We are getting Cheese Winged Life from Taiki Akitoki. This comes out in March. This is not a Ghost Ship book. It's a regular release, just a little etchy. The clingy new hire keeps asking me out. This is by Eko Nagiki, the original novel, but the manga is done by Bunga. That's a pen name right there. Bunga. This one comes out in February of next year. We got light novels. We got another light novel. We got an audiobook. We got another audiobook. But the real winner, for me at least, is The Dangers in My Heart. The romantic comedy won't start. This is by Norio Sakurai and Haika Nanasaka. This is based on the protagonist's sister from Dangers in My Heart. Kiyotaro isn't the only one in his family that's caught up in a rom-com. His sister Kana Ichikawa has her own curious love life. She is a fantastic character, one of my favorite side characters from The Dangers in My Heart. So I'm really excited to check this out. I don't do a lot of rom-coms, especially like the high school ones, but Dangers in My Heart is one of my favorites. I love that series. Same with the anime. And I think Norio Sakurai is she's super talented, and I'm excited to see what happens in this one. Although it's co-written here by Haika Nanasaka, but definitely this is a day one for me. So hell yeah, sign me up. So shout out to Seven Seas putting out the goods, baby. Let's go. You got romantic comedies, you got sexy ladies, you got sexy men, you got creature
You got with wings.
with wings. You got clingy office workers with a lot of personalities. You got whatever this is. I didn't even read it. You got this one. You got FPS. This was a manga that came out recently, the FPS player. This is the audiobook version. And you got this other thing. So shout out.
And then on the other week a MILF.
Oh, the previous one, you got some MILF action right there.
Hell
I
yeah.
like that in the cover. Her chest takes up a huge portion of the cover. You barely see the dude.
Yeah, I like that the main guy is just in the background, like menacingly.
Oh, I have to zoom in. Never mind. Whatever. You can see it. You got this lady that's kind of like emo goth something.
That one intrigues me. I will say. And also the kitten one also intrigues me.
Mien is ready to play. Nothing will get in her way. Being blind is the last thing that's going to stop this cute kid. I saw a TikTok video of a blind orange tabby cat climbing a tree just to slap his brother. So the vision impairment is not an issue for some cats, and I love that. Meet Mien, an adorable kitten with boundless energy who happens to be blind, but nobody can tell this cutie has any trouble seeing with how hard she plays, at least until she bumps into something, and even then she just keeps going. This one's super cute. I might want to get it. In the future, if I ever expand my manga library, I would love to have just a shelf for the cat stuff or an animal shelf, just cats and dogs.
I have a
Cat dog
section of my Seven Seas stuff that's just for the Pandania cat books. So I put all
nice
stuff together. But I my other cat stuff is not with that. Maybe I should do that too, because I have like fairy cat, zombie cat, or night of living cat. I mean, so
nice.
I could stick those in there as well.
This is a fun observation. Amazing gamification. I thought a publisher named Uncivilized was going to be bringing out books similar to Seven Seas. I guess with the ghost ship stuff. But no, they got civilized. They're putting out some quality shoujo. Cool. So there you go. And then these two. The last thing I want to talk about, and I'm kind of pissed off. It's exciting, but I'm pissed off. This came out of nowhere, okay? And it's already up for pre-order.
This one doesn't make any fucking sense either.
I'm not a fan of this. I like the idea. Viz, what are you doing? You are not going to commit to this because we saw that with the collector's edition. So what the hell is this? Pokemon Adventures is getting a deluxe edition hardcover. So it's called Pokemon Adventures Red and Blue Deluxe Edition Volume 1. Join Red, blah, 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 blah. Deluxe Edition, hardcover 1. This is for $30. $30. Okay. And it comes out in October. Fantastic. I'm not a fan of the cover either. It's 476 pages, so this would be the first 2 of the collector's edition bundled together, right?
It's no, it's the first 2 volumes of the single volumes.
So it's the single volumes.
Yeah, it is less material than the collector's edition, volume 1. So this is what doesn't make sense. Like if you've read the Pokemon Adventures manga, the first 3 volumes are red, blue, green. Like that story is in those 3 volumes, and then volume 4 through 7 is yellow with the yellow caballero. So the first collector's edition volume has the entirety of your red and blue story in one place. This has, and the first collector's edition is about 600 pages. This has
right.
2 volumes, and then it has maybe the first 3 or 4 chapters of the 3rd volume. So I don't know why it cuts off where it does. I haven't double checked. I haven't looked at my volume to see exactly what happens at that point, but there's still like 10 more chapters or something of red and blue related material that is not in this book. So then the second volume is going to be Red and Blue Deluxe Edition Volume 2, and it's going to eke into yellow.
Right.
So I don't know what the plan is with that. And then if yellow, like if they just decide, oh well, yellow is close enough, whatever, and this label yellow as part of red and blue, then you get the rest of volume 3, and then let's say if we're lucky 4 and 5, and then I guess volume 6 and 7. So yeah, I think that they added it all. The first 7 volumes are going to be Red and Blue Deluxe 1, 2, and 3, and they're going to be split roughly evenly. But why?
But okay. So the collector's edition, they stopped making those, I assume, because low sales.
It's because there was a creative change, and they were like, we're going to do the arc with the original creators.
Okay.
So it's
because if anybody out there doesn't know, the Pokemon manga, the Pokemon Adventures Pokemon manga, whatever, it's really freaking long. There's more than 10 of these. It's at this point hundreds of volumes, right, between all the different generations. So they only made up to Fire Red and Leaf Green in the collector's editions. If you would want to get the rest, you would need to get the box set for Gen 4 and then continue on from there with the other ones. With Pokemon Black and White 2, Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby are incomplete in Japan and in the US. So you can only get 2 volumes here, 3 volumes in Japan. You can get all of Sun and Moon in the tiny editions, which is what I grabbed. Same with Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet. Also, X and Y, that has been collected in Tankobon. So, okay. I have conspiracies about this release.
The creative change happens actually after Gen 1. So I was off on that one, but there was a hard cutoff that they had established early on. I don't remember what the exact reason was, but they were like, this is only going to be 10 volumes long. We're not going past Gen 3.
That pissed me off.
Yeah.
So my collection of Pokemon books are all over the place. I got the collector's editions. I got the big ass box set. I got the tiny ones. So yeah. My conspiracy is that this is just select stories and nothing more than that, and it'll be based around those same 3 generations. I don't think they're going to go further as well. My other conspiracy is that this is part of the Pokemon 30th anniversary celebration, and this is just one. It says volume 1, but I think it's just going to be one book, and that's it. Red and blue. There you go. Enjoy it.
I think James might have already shared the PRH thing for volume 2.
Oh, son of a! I mean, I say that with peace and love, James. Did you really? What the hell, man? Let me find the one for volume 1. There was a question.
I think you did. Didn't you share both the PRH for 1 and 2 at the same time?
Burp and Jim Joe Fried Chicken Sleeves, Babaloo and Gio just popping in to say hi. Matt, thank you so much, buddy. Always appreciate you being here, even if it's just for a little bit. Thank you so much. Stay safe out there, buddy.
No,
Kane. So skip this and go with the OG Collector's Edition? Yes, 100%.
The other thing that's dumb about these is they're not the same. They're not a deluxe edition trim either.
No, they're not.
They're bigger. The collector's edition, but they're smaller than like Berserk or Vagabond. So for example,
are these like Ashitano Joe sized?
I measured, it is exactly the same size as Ping Pong.
Oh, right. You posted that on my Discord. I forgot.
So this is the size difference between the collector's edition and what it will be. And this is so just advertising the difference between these 3 books. A deluxe edition, a typical deluxe edition, the size that these are going to be and the size that the collector's editions are. And then just for good measure,
I wish you had a mini comic to show.
This is the size of the original volumes.
Right. I should toss you my copy of Sun and Moon so you can show it there next to all those.
I have other Pokemon over there. I could grab the Pokemon one, but that's what the difference in size would be. So yes, it is larger than the collector's edition, but it's not a full deluxe edition size. And I have a lot of self-hatred for different things. And one of those things is that I know I'm going to buy this. I am clowning on it so hard.
You can make content out of it, so that's a plus.
Like I probably won't even make a video aside from just showing it in a haul and showing it on here. But like, I'm so weak when it comes to a hardcover. So I do think I will probably get at least the first one, but I'm not going down without a fight. I'm gonna yell and rabble about it, but it's just such a weird release. Like, why did they decide to break it up in the way that they have?
And also keep in mind, they're doing the Sun and Moon box set this year. No advertisement whatsoever. Same with this, flying under the radar.
Yeah, they didn't announce that. They didn't announce this, but while I will wind up getting this. And it's at the very least, it's a $30 book instead of a $50 deluxe.
Yeah.
But from our sponsor, Instocktrades.com, you can get it at a cool. Viz books are usually 30%, 35% off. So it'll be closer to $20. Even if this is a lesser product, it will still be cheaper from our sponsor, Instocktrades.com.
Stock Trades, get your books for great discount. Free shipping in the US at $50 or more. There's a loyalty discount that's an extra 2% off your book orders if you make them on a weekly basis. Great packaging, wonderful customer service, only at Instocktrades.com. Shout out IST.
If they didn't already pay us I would say that they should pay us for how good we are at advertising.
Hold out until it's on sale. It's so weird because Pokemon, it's the largest franchise, whatever thing in the world at billions of dollars. You would think that they could spare a buck or two and say, like, Viz, announce this for us, and it'll make a ton of money.
So here's the thing that I would say, maybe this is what it is. Like, they'll announce it with their next month's license announcements. Or B, maybe there is a specific Pokemon announcement that is going to come, not just saying from Viz, but like a big Pokemon anniversary announcement where the Pokemon company is going to come out and be like, these Blu-rays are being announced, and these figures are coming out, and these manga are going to come out as well.
But we already had some of that with the presentation, the Pokemon Day, which was the 30th anniversary presentation.
I don't know, man.
But I see what you mean. It could be like a fall announcement thing or something.
There's always Pokemon shit going on.
Also, they don't say anything here. It just says hardcover deluxe edition of the first Pokemon Adventures manga, Red and Blue. Join Red as he competes with his rival Blue, blah, blah, blah. And it doesn't say anything. If you scroll down, it just says the page count, October 27th. And I'm sorry, but compared to the volumes, the original volumes and the collector's editions, I do not like this cover at all. Look at that beautiful red trim. That is so cool. And you get Pikachu on there as well.
And on the back.
On the back, you get the iconic starting trio for Red with Bulba, Poliwhirl, and Pikachu.
So the rough spot where this volume goes to, so 476 pages, is through chapter 31. That's literally page 476 is the end of chapter 31. And it's literally in the middle of a battle. Like, so there's no, I don't understand. It's literally the middle of a battle. If they just added this much more to the hardcover, they could have wrapped up Red's story.
Right.
And then the next book would start up where you meet Yellow Caballero. Like, literally, this book ends Pokemon Red, Blue, Green, Fiend. And it has the little image of all three of them, red, blue, and green, with their Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they did this that way. It's bothering me so much.
Here's the solicit or the listing, I guess. Sorry, for the Sun and Moon box set. Now this one is a little disappointing. I'm not gonna get it because I have the volumes already. Sun and Moon. This is the original mini manga. All 12 volumes stuck together in a tiny box with a double-sided fold-out poster. Obviously, yeah.
Are the dimensions smaller than the Adventures volumes?
Yes. It's the let me grab the mini. Hold on.
Like smaller than the Adventures single volumes?
I'm here. So what the heck? There we go. So this is my copy of Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire Volume 2. And this is a mini, and these are the mini mangas, which are super tiny.
So it is a little shorter.
Second. There you go.
Yeah, so it is a shorter, but I'm tempted because I don't have all of those.
You don't own them, yeah. You should get it.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. Just two of these make up one of the Tankobon adventures.
Except for the random part with, I think it was either Black and White or Black and White 2, where they like, since they ended after the part, one of them was really, hold on, that part always makes me laugh.
So this is Sun and Moon over here. So two of these, yeah, that one. It's so skinny.
Since they break it up, the adventures volumes like are broken up by arc. They put, I guess, 3 of the skinny volumes of Heart Gold and Soul Silver into the second adventure volume, and then only 1 of those skinny volumes into the first, makes up the first volume of Black and White.
Oh, Black and White. So
same price though, still a $10 book.
This is what I was going to say about this. Typically, 2 of these will be a regular sized adventures book, and they label it adventures and not the mini comic thing. But I talked about it before on this stream. The Japan is still working on Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire Volume 4. That has been delayed for years, and it has no date whatsoever. The artist of the series talked about it on Twitter. That's how I learned about the whole thing. So Viz technically could make Volume 3, but even they don't have a release date for it. And if they put out Volume 3, we would just be stuck all over again, waiting a millennia for whenever Japan decides to do Volume 4. So it's all like a standstill. In the meantime, this is the only way to keep continuing the collection for Pokemon. So that's why I decided to grab the mini manga instead. But eventually, if they do come out, I will upgrade. I'll probably gift these to one of my cousins or something. I don't know. But yeah. There's Sun and Moon. I don't have all of them, but because they're so cheap to buy. These are $5.99, and you can probably get them at sites like Amazon for like $4. I have no rush to collect all of them because Sword and Shield's like 14 volumes, and Sun and Moon is like 12. Here's Sword and Shield right there, and the new one that's being published is where the heck is it? I didn't grab them. Scarlet and Violet is the one that's being currently published. So that's what's happening in the world of Pokemon. The solicitation could be wrong, like with DC books when they show up on PRH. Maybe there will be extra content in the manga. I hope so.
It could be wrong, but the fact that the page count is so specific to like the end of a chapter makes me think that maybe it's not wrong. I don't know. Like I'm waiting for the full information because or the PRH early solicit information is often incorrect.
Like this is us ranting about Pokemon manga on YouTube right there. You see this book? What's happening, Viz? I think we need answers from Viz.
I also want to point out the price for the collector's editions, I think, is $17, $17.99, something like that.
Yeah. So, and they're always on sale.
So more material for less.
I bought I think it was Blue Volume 2 for less than retail. So I don't know. It's weird. I demand answers, but I know we're not going to get them because they're busy with Kingdom at the moment. So shout out. Let's see. There's a nostalgic look with the OG covers. The new covers definitely aren't as good. That deluxe edition hardcover looks like it would come with a dust jacket, and that would be the art on board. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, I agree.
But it probably isn't. I don't think they're going to spend too much on this. But for $30, I'd still, I would recommend the collector's edition. There's a site, actually. Hold on. There's a site that I do recommend, which I shouldn't be promoting because then you would not listen to us. But check this out. It's called Where the heck? Oh, How to Love Comics has a Pokemon manga guide, right? And I used it once. Let me show you. I think it's a pretty cool site guide. Sorry. There you go. This was written in 2019, and it goes through the whole thing, explaining the history of the manga. So you can get the single volumes right there. The singles goes through the generations. Hey, look at that. Hard gold, soul silver, baby. For Alligator, my boy. Black and white. You got black and white too. And so do one of my favorite Pokemon. Let's go. Sorry. Blah, blah, blah. Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire. I guess I could get the mini volumes for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, but I'll wait. I'll keep waiting. Sun and Moon. Get out of here. Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield. Oh, the images aren't loading. What the hell? Hold on. No, is it me? Am I frozen?
I can hear you. There it goes.
There we go. Okay, hold on.
Okay. Oh, one of us is done. Uh-oh. Is it me that's frozen? Chat?
Sorry, I got nuked over here. My bad. You're not frozen. Just yeah, sorry. I don't know what happened. It kicked me out. Okay. Maybe I have too much stuff open. Hold on. If I share my screen, can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just want to show real quick the images. There we go. Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet. And then it lists all the spin-offs that we don't collect. Diamond and Pearl Adventure. This is an alternate universe that has no consequence whatsoever with the main manga. There's Horizon, Sun and Moon with a different character, and he has a Ruckruff. This I do have, the Mystery Dungeon adaptation manga. There's the Four Koma mini comics. And it shows what you're getting. Pokemon Journeys manga, which is based on the anime. It adapts the Ash stories in Sword and Shield era. And there are the movie adaptations. If you enjoy the movie, if you're weird and you want to read instead of seeing the movie, then get the manga for all of this. The only one I'm interested in is Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution, because I hate the animation on that one, so I kind of want to own the manga instead. And here's the collector's edition. So if you want to check it out, just search for How to Love Comics Pokemon manga. The internet couldn't handle all that Pokemon. Yep, that's true. 100%. Scarlet and Violet just didn't jive with me. I really like Scarlet and Violet, specifically the starters. I'm a huge fan of all three of them. So, especially it's pretty good Tito.
I haven't read the manga, but the game. I enjoyed the game. I think I gave my gripes about it here.
Yeah, you talked about it here.
But
did you finish everything? The post game and stuff?
I did not go and do the second battles with all the gym leaders.
Right.
I kind of I intended to. I think I did 2 of them, and then I just stopped because I wanted to do other things, and then I just haven't gone back to it. But I do still need to at some point get the DLC so I can finish.
Those are fun. I think you would like the the teal mask event. I really enjoyed it. It's Ogre Pawn.
I will say that it is a very slow start.
For the game?
Yeah, like it took me so long to like actually feel like I was getting into it, and there was just so much like when you go into the school and they just keep talking to you. And it's because they're trying to set up all three of the paths of the storyline at once. But I kept trying to leave so I could actually start the game, and they just kept going and going and going. And like I'm like, man, I just want to get out here and like do some battles and shit, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I love Violet. I have a cute ghost type team. Hey, let's go. I love all Pokemon.
My
Absolutely
team,
all of them, even the bad ones. I love them all.
my team is pretty balanced. But my main thing is I always try to use Pokemon that I've never used before. So sometimes that's a little bit limiting because then I'm like, oh, I need a water Pokemon, but the first water Pokemon you can find is a Psyduck. And I'm like, well, I've used a Psyduck before, so I've used a Golduck, I guess.
For some reason, these are the things I do in my free time. I could be working on reviews or editing videos, but instead I do this. I made an image of all my favorite Pokemon from each generation. Like if I were to make the team for each gen, it's not 100% accurate because I can't remember everything from every game at the moment. So I just went with the feels and the vibes, and that's what you got to do sometimes, right? This is what I do in my spare time. I made this image here that I'm very proud of. Look at this. This is my Gen 1 team.
Nice.
Gyarados, Primeape, Venusaur, Jolteon, Slowbro, and Golem. I found these are official clip art, so I had fun making these images. Gen 2, you got Feraligatr, Crobat, Slowking, Umbreon, Scizor, and Homeboy Godzilla, Tyranitar. There you go. Gen 3. Oh, I'm putting myself on the spot for remembering all these names. Blaziken, Milotic, Shuppet, Banette. There you go. Metagross, Swellow, and Flygon. Gen 3. Gen 4, let's go, baby. Infernape, one of my favorite Pokemon. Staraptor, Luxray, Frostlass, also one of my favorites. Dusknoir, and Togekiss. Togekiss. Gen 5, you got Emboar, Haxorus, the sarcophagus dude. I forgot his name.
Cofagrigus, I believe.
Cofagrigus, thank you. Braviary, Zoroark, and Homeboy. Shoot.
Is that Crocodile or is
Crocodilian with the sunglasses? Hold on, I'm gonna cheat.
He looks
Crocodile. There we go.
I was right. He looks like a Super Mario Brothers villain.
Like a Donkey Kong villain.
Yeah, something from those games.
Here's my Gen 6 squad. You got Vivillon, the Archipelago Caribbean version, because if you remember X and Y, they had 18 variations of Vivillon.
Mm-hmm.
Gudra, Sylveon, Greninja, Hawlucha, baby, and
Noivern.
Noivern, thank you. Yeah.
I'm surprised I'm remembering some of these later gen names. All right, you're going to lose me now.
This is Sun and Moon. You got Mimikyu, the Rough evolution, Naganadel, I believe, the dragon, dark beast, ultra beast, the toucan that I'm forgetting his name, Toucanon, Zeraora, and Decidueye, the owl, the sniper owl, Assassin's Creed. I named him Ollie on my gameplay, similar to Oliver Queen. This is my Gen 8 team. You got Rilla Bloom, Morpeko, because he's a hangry hamster. A homeboy who's based off a snapping turtle.
Crocodile? Or is it something else? I don't remember.
This is Galarian Berserker Meowth, whatever the hell his name is. He's the this Meowth from Gen 8.
Yeah.
Toxtricity and
Hatien, I believe.
Hatene, whatever her name is. Hatena. She's Frostlass, but like a fairy ghost. But these two are the queens right there. I love both. And then Gen 9, which is the point of me making this tangent, you got Skrillex, or whatever his name is, Skrillex, a Giraffarig, or whatever the hell his name is, the painting monkey, Annihilate, which is the coolest evolution ever. He is Primeape that got so mad, he hated everybody so much that he died and has been brought back as a ghost type, and he's still pissed off and wants to fight everybody, wants to throw hands. That's commitment to the bit, that you're so pissed off that you would die and be reborn as an angry ghost. Tinkaton, Bellybot, and Excalibur. This guy is the most accurate like Pokemon that looks like Godzilla out of all the kaiju types.
Yeah.
This one is specifically inspired by Showa era Godzilla.
Well, we share Skeledirge and Tinkaton on Gen 9. And one of my friends was like, I'm surprised you don't have Annihilate, but I think like I didn't have the opportunity to get Mankey that early or so. I don't know at the time,
Yeah.
but or no, I think it was because I already had a ghost, or I already had a fighting on my team, and so I was like, well, I'm not gonna replace it,
right? And you know what? Speaking of, I'm crazy enough that I'm going to, in the near future, I'm gonna start a Pokemon figure collection. This is super crazy. I'm not doing it now. Calm down, because I know I talked about the figures earlier. I'm bringing it back to that conversation. But I thought, man, it'd be cool if I get figures on these Pokemon specifically. I think it'd be pretty nice. And they're not too. They're cheap. They're like $10 figures because they're from Jazzwares. So, anyways, yeah, this is Pokemon talk. Gio, next stream you should show us what Pokemon would be in your team if you were a gym leader Elite Four member. It would either be Water type, because Feraligatr is my favorite Pokemon of all time. It would be either Water type or Electric. I really like Electric Pokemon, so it would probably be a Water type gym. You know what? I'll do that. Javi, if you're here next week, remind me. Regardless, we might be talking about something super serious and be like, you said you were going to talk about the Elite Four. I'm like, that's right.
I feel like I'd probably be a fire type. I always choose fire for my starter, but I don't know. I might maybe, dark or ghost or fairy type also.
Hell yeah. Would you consider doing a Let's Play on your channel for the next generation? I've been toying with because I have a live stream channel, Manga Geekdom Live, and I also have a gaming channel, Geekdom Gaming. So I don't want to delete the two or one of the two, but I would like to. I want to bring those channels back. I just need to find or the commitment of streaming video game stuff. But the new game, I would totally play it. I've been toying with the idea of streaming just for the hell of it and just showing what I've been doing on Pokopia. I haven't constructed anything fancy whatsoever, but I plan to. I got some ideas. I just want to build the basic stuff and play through the story first. But I do want to show some Pokopia because that game is just fantastic. I collect the black box figures. I love them. Nice.
Do you get in trouble if you stream a Nintendo game? Like, does Nintendo get mad at you?
Not really. I don't think so. Because I've done them in the past with Donkey Kong and what's the Mario game? Super Mario Maker or whatever. And the people over at the YouTube Gaming and the Twitch and stuff, they stream it all the time. So I don't think they care. If it's a presentation, they get like super iffy about it, and they have like guidelines of what you can do with the presentations. But I don't do any of that, so I'm good. By the way, you have a thumbs up. Oh, it's gone. The thumbs up thing was floating over your head. I'm like, what is happening? You haven't done anything.
Oh, it just took my face as being a thumbs up somehow.
A positive thing, and went like, yeah, man, your Donkey Kong streams were blessed. Thank you.
There we go.
Also, I'm by myself, so I have to ham it up, and doing like a 3-hour stream, annoyed that I can't beat a Donkey Kong level. Took a lot out of me, but I gave it my all. Water Psychic, Vaporeon, Espeon, hell yeah. Thank you, James, for the red balloons. Yeah. Yeah. So I need to do that. I would love to bring that up. If you are interested at all, you can search for, just go to my channel, Manga Geekdom, scroll down, and I have the little tab with the different channels, like this Omnibros and the Manga Geekdom Live. If you want to sub, I make no promises because it's not a priority at the moment. But I do want to like randomly stream one night and show off the Pokopia stuff. So, of course, I forgot James is in the house. Thank you, James. Those are the links if you want to check them out. I guess Manga Geekdom Live would just be for like fun live streams, and then Geekdom Gaming in the future would be for like if I want to do like a video essay on a game or haul videos and stuff like that. So eventually, if I do have more time on my schedule, I would like to do content on those, because I was supposed to upload a video for my channel reviewing a manga, but I didn't finish recording, editing, none of that, because I was just too busy this week with a lot of stuff that happened, real world stuff that doesn't impact us at the moment. But yeah, Holly would do fighting type. Hell yeah, or steel. Thank you. So yeah, there you go. That's all I got. Anything you want to add before we wrap up? Nothing?
Be cool to one another.
Okay. Fun little tangent before we go, because I know you have opinions on it, which are very different from mine. But we're finally getting a new Star Fox game. My feed on Twitter is bombarded, nothing but Star Fox at the moment, which is not a bad thing. I welcome it. I know you're not a fan of the art style right away, right?
Yeah, I think everything about the game looks great except the weird uncanny valley that they went to for the actual characters is just not, it doesn't vibe with me whatsoever. Like the moment that I saw at the beginning of the presentation when they first popped up, I was like, why? What is this? It looks like a poor attempt at capturing like the original puppets that they used for the ads and stuff for the first Star Fox game on the SNES.
Yeah.
And but it doesn't have the same charm because they're not actually puppets. They, the detail is phenomenal, but I don't care. They look gross. I don't like it. Like it's too far into the uncanny valley for me, and I prefer that the characters be a little bit more cartoony, I guess, and less trying to be realistic when you're a talking fox flying a jet. But on the positive, you can actually see what's happening in the underwater level, so that's really cool.
Right. Hold on, I'm trying to open an image here so that I can show people. There's a key art that I want to show. I have a very different opinion in that I am absolutely in love with the designs. I don't mind them. It's a little shocking at first. You're like, whoa, wait a minute, what are we doing? But immediately I'm like, I'm cool with this. Let's go. So obviously opinions might change when people start playing it, but this key art I'm in love with. Let me show it real quick. Share my screen again. And the cool thing is, this is a Switch 2 release, and it's only $60. But it went on pre-order at Walmart, so Amazon price matched, and my pre-order is sitting at $50 at the moment, which is really cool. I'm like, damn, let's go, a Switch 2 title for 50. I dig it. I don't know. That's just me. I'm a sucker. The cool thing about this game that I got really excited for, a lot of people were bitching and moaning like, oh, why are we doing Star Fox 64 again? I'm like, I don't care. This is a good starting point for a whole brand new generation of gamers that do not care to go back and play the older stuff. And if this does well, I could see them doing sequels to this, and those sequels would be technically new stories with new gameplay mechanics and other fun inventions. And let's face it, aside from Star Fox 64, everything else after has sold poorly, miserably, and the fan base was dwindling in sales. And Nintendo said, okay, we're not going to do Star Fox because it's not selling. So clearly Star Fox 64 is the shining beacon for this franchise. So of course they would try again and remaster it. That game had such a cinematic feel with the limited voice acting and the branching paths and the cool epic story that when I played it back in the day as a kid, I daydreamt a lot, thinking like, man, what happened in between scenes? I would love to see these characters talking a little bit more, blah blah blah. So when I saw this trailer, I got like super excited, happy, and I was tearing up a little seeing all these characters in cutscenes and talking about like the universe, the in-universe lore and stuff. So I'm like, yes, this is what I wanted. I will look past the uncanny valley and welcome these guys. So that's my rant on Star Fox. God, look at Slippy. It's disgusting.
They've proven, I think, multiple times that when they try to deviate from formula, it just doesn't really do well. Like the next game after 64 was Adventure, right?
Yes. And that was from another game, and they reskinned it or retooled it as a Star Fox title. That was Dinosaur or something or whatever.
So that it's just clearly like the best performing stuff. They're like, all right, we got to do the same thing. But
we had the original Star Fox 64, Star Fox 3D, Star Fox Zero, and now we have Star Fox again. So 5 games telling more or less the same story.
Yeah. And then the only other ones that deviated were Star Fox Adventure and Star Fox Assault, I think. Assault.
Yeah.
Those the only 2 that went in a different direction?
Yeah. Because that first one did the whole dinosaur world planet with the Fox getting a girlfriend with the Foxy lady or whatever her name was, and then the sequel did something else. I think Falco left the team in that game or something. I don't know. They did a tower defense game, which was a bonus with Zero on the Wii U, but I never played that. Nobody played that. And then I also wanted to point this out. This lineup is dope. I'm so excited. Check this out. Splatoon Raiders. I'm in.
Was Command one of the Command's a different one, wasn't it? Or was that another?
Command was what was Star Fox Command? Star Fox.
It's on the DS.
On the DS, it's a shoot 'em up. Right? Yeah. Whereas the other ones are rail shooters. I don't know. No, I never played the DS games, nor the 64 3D remake. I kind of want to grab them just for the hell of it to say that I own them. I only own 64. My original copy, I still own it in box with everything, with the Rumble Pack, with the manual, everything.
I forgot there was also Star Fox 2 that got released digitally on in 2017.
It dropped on the mini SNES console. That was the first time it showed up, and eventually got added to the Switch Online service.
And that's a different story than
yeah, because that one has 2 extra characters. One is a dog, and the other one I don't know if it's a hare or something.
Excuse me.
I'll pitch you next time, Star Fox.
Can't let you do that, Star Fox.
Yeah, and the freaking prologue. We finally see the story of Fox McCloud. I'm like, hell yeah, dude! This is like some Top Gun shit. I'm so excited.
They're gonna have new voice actors, and it's gonna be really weird to me to hear like,
we're so used to the original. Yeah.
So someone else, they're gonna be Uncle Andros. Like what? No,
Uncle Andros.
Andros.
But check out where is it?
Was that I am the Great Leon?
Oh, they're not here. What the hell? I went to show the rest of Star Wolf, but you can see the glow up here for the monkey. You got even more of a dickish look to him. And Star Wolf.
Fox.
Hell yeah. I read a rumor that they're going to make a movie. I think it would be a really fun movie. I hope it happens. But then again, we also have the rumor that there's a Donkey Kong movie in the works. So I guess they're going to try and make them all. So yeah, my goal now for anybody that cares is I'm going to try and grab physical copies of the older Star Fox games before people go nuts and start buying these things and selling them for more than they're worth. But I do want to own at least the 3DS stuff. And in the trailer, in the direct, which by the way came out of nowhere, I checked my phone and it says the Star Fox Direct is starting soon. I'm like, wait, what? Nobody said this. I was online 20 minutes ago. What is happening? So I rushed to the TV and I put it on, and it felt like I was watching a Nintendo Direct for like near reveals. That was great. What was I going to say? In the Direct, they showed the history of Star Fox, and one of the titles they showed was Star Fox Adventures. And I'm like, ooh, are they going to announce a Switch Online drop? But it didn't happen. I think it will. I think that footage was from the Switch Online thing. So maybe for Nintendo Direct for summer, we'll see that announced or something. I have a feeling they're going to drop the GameCube games on there. So I'm excited for that. 1 year from today, the Legend of Zelda movie will be out. It looks interesting. I hope it does well. I would have preferred an animated Wind Waker, but that's just me. Or like animated Ocarina of Time. I assume the movie's going to be based more off of Breath of the Wild or something. I'm eating a Pop-Tart frozen. Thanks for the idea, Omnidog. Nice. You guys are the best. Peace. Thank you. Amazing stream tonight as always. Take care all and see you next time. Be kind to one another and hug your pets. Thank you everybody for joining. You can follow Jim Joe Babalu on Omnibus Collector on YouTube and socials. You can follow me on Manga Geekdom here on YouTube and Discord. I don't use my socials for YouTube. I just use it for fun. So I mean, if you want to follow me there, go right ahead, but I don't promise anything worthwhile. Just me goofing around, retweeting stuff. So there it is. That's going to be it. Have a great rest of your week. We're going to end it here. Have a great weekend. God bless. Stay safe out there. We'll be back on Monday for Hall's previews, reads, and a lot of goofs and gaffs. So I hope to see you then. We're going to close it out with Toothless. He's back. He made a comeback on Monday, so we're going to bring him back on Thursdays. So thank you, everybody, for joining. Appreciate it. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time. Let me play the music.